Today's lesson is on the solar system, and I'm going to get on my bike and look at a solar system. First thing is, watch the video all the way through, and then at the end there are some questions. I want you to draw a diagram of the solar system, and a little bit harder, to say 2 things that are wrong with your diagram and most diagrams of the solar system. Okay, watch the video, answer the questions. Right, I'm on my bike, getting on my bike, and I'm going to York now to look at the model. We're going to be starting off at Pluto on the very edge of the solar system, like we're coming in, this planet on the right hand side. To explain the size of our solar system, I've come here. It's a model of the solar system. This is Pluto, the most distant rock, some call it a planet, the most distant one from the sun, and that's its moon which goes around it. Now I'm going to get my bike and I'm going to ride for maybe half an hour that way towards the sun, and we should come across the next planets there. Now just remember the size of Pluto. It's that big on this scale, that big. And we're going to head back towards the sun now. We're about halfway across the solar system now to the planet with the rings on it, Saturn. Now, here I've arrived at Saturn. I've been riding for about half an hour and I've arrived at Saturn, our next planet. Now you'll see straight away, if you were to take a photo of Saturn and Pluto that we've just seen before, you would see a huge difference in size. Pluto very small, Saturn very big. But also, you'd have to stand a long way back to take that photo. You'd have to stand maybe 3 or 4 miles over there, maybe 10 miles over there to get a photo. And in which case, they would seem very small from 10 miles away. So first of all, we can see that the solar system is actually very, very spread out. These planets are absolutely tiny compared with the distances between them. Even though Saturn is much bigger than Earth, as we're going to see, the distance between them is absolutely huge. We're going to see the next planets. I'll miss a few out, but we'll see what happens when we get closer to Earth. Right, back on my bike. Right, here we are, we're home. This is Earth and this is the moon. Notice the moon is smaller than the Earth. If you can see them both together, if you can get them both in the same shot, okay, both together, can we get those in the same shot? So the moon's smaller than the Earth and the moon is going round the Earth there. Look how far that is. It took 3 days to get to the moon, something like that, to get to the moon when they sent men on the moon. 3 days. But I've been pedalling down there a long time. I've been pedalling for an hour. So just think how far the next planets are away. Mars isn't so bad. Mars is maybe a couple of 100 meters, but then after that it goes on for 20 minutes before the next planet, and we can see them signposted here. Mars that way, next planet Venus. Okay, right, back on my bike. And here we are. This is the last planet before we get to the sun. This is Mercury. Look how big it is, smaller than the Earth, about the size of the moon. And the next planet along, well, there isn't one. It's the sun after this. Mercury is not far from Earth. Earth was only, I don't know, 70 meters over there, not far away to Mercury. And the sun, again, not far, which means the first 4 planets are fairly close together. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and then huge gaps to the next planets. Okay, so I'm going to ride past the sun and then that's me done. I can go home. Finally, I've reached the end of my journey. I've reached the sun. I'm not going to get too close to the sun because it's very hot. How big do you think the sun is? We've seen Earth, we've seen Mars, we've seen Saturn was a bit bigger. Well, the sun is bigger than all of them. In fact, the sun, to scale, is that big. It's right above me now. The sun, far bigger than anything else in our solar system. Most of the mass of the whole solar system is in that sun there. Right, I've been right across the solar system. It's time to go home. Oh, that was a long ride. Now, here are the questions. So remember everything I told you on the video and answer the questions. Draw a diagram of the solar system and state what is wrong with your diagram. Okay, thank you.